Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, ChromeDrake. And it's been so long since I've said this last. It is finally time to once more Bloodsome Bowl. Yes, we're back after the Christmas holidays. I hope you had a wonderful time over the festive period. And this just changed. This text here just changed, which is really annoying because I was about to discuss it. So I've not been here for a little while. I apologise. About 5 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago perhaps, I said that in 2 weeks we'd be doing some online play. This is what we're going to be doing today. Then there have also been some changes, and look, the text just changed back. Wonderful. So before it changes again, some interesting news is that by the end of February, we will have the Norse team to play with, and anybody who currently owns the PC game, I don't know if that goes back to the launch or if you buy into it now, anybody who currently owns the PC game will be getting the Norse, Undead, Nurgle and Necromantic teams for free when they are done. I think that sounds rather good. I mean, who could complain about free DLC? So we are finally going to go into the online leagues, and we've made our team. You can see here I've had a load of teams deleted that I was like, I don't want those. So I've still got a couple of teams here. But the team, yeah, those cunning stunts, high off team, it just had to be. The team we're going to be taking into this though is Make Us Khorney. And now this was originally going to be called Make Me Khorney, but you know, unfortunately that was taken, so I had to improvise. The Majestic Unicorn, no less. Oh, the puns. Yes, indeed, the puns. Now, I like to think of this channel as a mature channel, and thus the names of these characters are mature and sensible puns, and I leave it up to you fine fellows and folk and whoever you may be to interpret exactly what mature means. Let us meet the team of Make Us Khorney. We have Leon Smashberg, who is the name of one of my subscribers who wanted to be included, and the other Chaos Warriors. We have 4 Chaos Warriors, and the rest of our lineup currently are Beastmen. Now, I could have brought in a Minotaur at this point. I decided not to because I want to give my Chaos Warriors as much chance to level up as I possibly can. So Leon Smashberg, Cornball, Corn on the Cob, and Cornhole. Yes, amazing. And then Red Sam, it's another subscriber name. My Little Goatsy, Fleece Me, Shag Carpet, Hoofed and Horny, Hide and Goatsy, and Bah Humbug, because it just seemed festive at the time, and I realise it's really not anymore, but, you know, it still somewhat works, so this is what we're going with. Okay. Excellent. I would just also like to say one last little thing. If you don't know My Little Goatsy, you might be thinking, oh, that's not much of a pun, Chrome. Well, I disagree. However, I would also say that if you are unsure about your internet history or who might watch or who might view what you've looked at, don't go and look it up. It was probably one of the first really big viral internet shock images. You have been warned. Don't do it. You know, listen to me, listen to Chrome, don't go and look up the image. Just know that it exists. And anybody else who has seen the image in their misspent youth will know exactly where that comes from. Isn't that wonderful? So what we need to do now, I believe, is we need to go on to playing a league. And then we're going to join the free ladder, we're going to register, and there we are. Make Us Khorney. We're going to make our mark, we're going to stamp all over our opponents, or get our faces smashed in. This whole series, the next few videos, we're going to make many more teams, I'm sure. We're going to have fun playing Blood Bowl. Just remember, guys, at this point, I'm going to be matched, not with, I think this doesn't work with player skill, this works with team value. Just remember that these low value teams might still be run by very, very good players, and I'm going to be delighted to play this game and learn from them. However, don't expect me to win every game. This is folly. These expectations are not for us. I could very handily get my face smashed in by a lot of players who are much better than me. We will have to see how it goes. Let's find an opponent. Okay, guys, so something really daft and stupid just happened. First thing I rolled was against a Lizardmen team, and I was thinking, no, I don't want to play against a Lizardmen team, not the first game, because they can outstrength Chaos. And he disconnected, and I've just got a buttload of winnings, because I rolled max, because you can now see this, thank God. I rolled max on my winnings table, so apparently, I did fan factor +1, apparently I've just played a game, I've just been advanced to coach level 5. So, Yeah, corn on the cob, and corn... That's amazing! So, from doing bugger all, 2 of my Chaos Warriors have just basically got 2 Man of the Match points. They just need 1 more SPP to level up. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. So, yeah, I'm gonna re-queue. Perhaps I should spend some of that money? I don't know. Getting an Apo would be nice. Hang on, we got 110,000. I kind of just think that... Oh, insufficient gold. Oh yeah, of course there is, because that's 120k. Fair enough, that's fine, but... Yeah, getting the extra Apo right there, I see no reason not to do that. Okay, well, whatever. That's boosted our team rating to 1060, but we'll just find an opponent, and we'll go back to the search. Okay, guys, we're against another bloody Lizardmen team called We Eat Everyone. This is going to be great. So hopefully we'll actually be able to stay in this match, and this opponent will bear with us. That would be great. It's also worth remembering that when we're in league modes, opponents will take you a while over making this choice. When we're actually in leagues, what have I got? I've got 140k petty cash. Okay, I've got 140k petty cash, but of that, how much is actually mine? So I've got 60 grand. Okay, whatever. Can we do an extra team training? Why not? Let's go for an extra team training. We'll get that, and we shall validate and carry on. I think petty cash is stuff they just give you, so perhaps I should have got something else of that. I wasn't sure if that also came out of my treasury. So, well, I might have undersold myself, but we shall see. So anyway, we're going to go in a game with We Eat Everyone. And this could be terrifying. We could get Sauruses out of the arse, and a Croxagore, so we could get outstrengthed out of the wazoo. Food bowl. Yes, he's taking the food motif to quite the distance. We have a lot of skinks. We hate skinks. Kill all the skinks. And there's the Croxagore, the Sauruses, and here's our team as well. We'll just skip ahead. We don't want to keep this fine fellow waiting. Let's see who gets the kickoff. Our opponent's getting to choose, and this is where my horrible defensive plays will come in. I'm setting up my players in defense. Now, one thing that they have added is that our players now teleport on around where we put them, and this is a fantastic change. It looks like he's got 5 Sauruses, he's got 5 Skinks, and a Croxagore. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to suck. But hopefully nothing will be on our side, and hopefully our losses will not be too horrendous. And we will see what happens. So we're going to confirm this setup. Who have we got on the front line? We've got Bah Humbug. We've got Shag Carpet, Hoofed and Horny, and Fleece Me on the front line. Now, I also want to point out a couple of amazing additions that they made in the current patch. If I press the magical control button, names! A grid! It's stunning! And if I press it again, we can see skills on everybody. This skink here is sodding terrifying. I just want to point that out because it looks like he's got sure hands, and is that sidestep? That looks suspiciously... Oh, it's leap! Goodness me. Okay, this could be a curious one. Now, I would like another mode I control, because we get names, we get the icons, we get that. I would like another mode where it's just the grid, but if I select a player, when it's my turn, you will actually see a grid appear on the pitch. So, now it looks like he's going to want to punch through my front line here and get his skink straight down to my end of the pitch. And I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to be able to stop him. So I think one of my best goals here, we'll just see where the ball lands. Changing weather, nice. A perfect Blood Bowl weather with a gentle gust of wind, and the ball will now bounce 1 extra space. And of course, naturally, that went straight out, and he's going to get to put that on a skink of his choice. So I'm going to try and put the pressure on his skinks. I want him to score quickly. That is my goal. If I can get him to score quickly, it's more time for me to score. We shall have to see how this happens. If he's a very experienced team, this could go badly. However, it's worth pointing out he's only got 2 rerolls, so I actually do have the advantage here. Though, unfortunately, is his Sauruses don't look like they've got any skills either. So, now that's a good thing, because as Chaos, what I do not have is a lot of blocks. I don't have a block. The only skill on my team are my Beastmen with horns, right? And you can see here the grid on the screen. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. And he's going to try and make some blocks now. Oh dear, Shag Carpet's about to hit the grass. And he's okay. He's okay, ladies and gents. Shag Carpet thinks nothing of it. But, so the problem with Chaos is that you haven't got a lot of safety when it comes to making blocks. You got no people with the block skill, and as I said, the only skill you've got are horns. But that doesn't mean we're completely useless. We're not a particular... Bonehead! You beauty! I love it. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Now the Skink's going to make a 2-die block because he's got so much support around here, which is disgusting. I'm being knocked down by a Skink. But Horns is amazing because if we make a blitz action, it automatically boosts our strength by 1. Now why is that a good thing? I mean, so it means that once per turn, any of my Beastmen can turn into a strength 4 player. And remember as well, if you're a newer player, it might be worth remembering that you can blitz while you're next to an opponent. You don't need to blitz and then make a move. You can stand, well, basically, you know, say this guy was standing up, I can make a blitz with him, and that'd be a strength 4 block. Which against the Saurus, that's a 1-die block, right? I mean, these guys are strength 4, unfortunately. Now he's caging up with the ball here. Skinks have got an agility of 3. They're not the worst ball carriers, and they've got dodge, which actually makes getting the ball off them difficult, especially because I've not got the block skill. One of the easiest ways to get the ball off a skink is to either roll a yellow, so that's essentially a 6, or a... Oh! Are you going to waste the reroll? You're not. Okay, that's fine. Oh, did you already waste the reroll? Did you? You actually wasted the reroll on Loner. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not a good thing. So let's get our players up. Now here we have a potential problem. And I need to think about this a little carefully. We've only got 2-minute turns. But my Chaos Warriors are not very quick. You know, that's nothing. Nobody is shocked about that. But I can't get to the ball carrier. Now if I did a screen, that's fine. But I'd be extending onto this side of the pitch. And if I have no presence on this side of the pitch, he can basically just bugger around with the ball and not do anything. So the question is here, what exactly do I want to do? Do I want to form a screen? Or is it a bit early for a screen? You see, this is the problem. I'm not sure right now. And we've not been left with any decent blocks either. But I'm really tempted to get at the skink because I do not like skinks. If I can actually injure his skinks, that's a good thing, so I'm tempted to make the block for this Chaos Warrior. The skink has only got an armor value of 7. If we can actually injure this guy, I'd be very happy. We can't, as it turns out. That's a shame. However, we can put the skink right there. We're going to stay where we are. We don't want to end up next to the Croxagore. That would be a bit of a bad play. So what are we going to do? Right, so we do need to screen a bit. I can't make a very good screen here. I can't make a very potent screen, but we are going to screen nevertheless. Now, let's see. Again, I don't want to get too close to that Croxagore either, so he's probably going to have to come down the right here. So I'm just going to get this Beastman over here. I'm not going to try and get him into the formation just at this present moment. I think I'm going to put myself in a position where I can tie up this Saurus. And these guys... I think I'm just gonna... he's making a bit of an interesting play there, but I'm just gonna put the... okay! I'm just gonna do it like this. And we're gonna end the turn, see what our opponent does here. Weet everyone, Coach Zetsevs. And I should have really mentioned this in text to him, but best of luck to him, of course. You know, may Nuffle be merciful, but most of all, may it be a good game. Right, that block works out quite well, as far as I'm concerned. I don't mind him doing that, that's fine. But I strongly suspect that unless I can get my players down the pitch, he's just going to stall out in his half. And I'm going to have a real trouble. He's then going to score, and I'm going to have a lot of trouble trying to get the ball off him later on. Which is not something we want to do. He's got a lot of players that come up and back up this cage here. And if I overextend... we're in trouble. His Bonehead has gone again, or did it? It didn't go again. That's perfectly fine. However, his Croxagore has been pretty impotent. And we don't mind this, ladies and gents. We don't mind an impotent Croxagore at all. I'll be quite happy if he goes a bit flaccid, to be perfectly honest. And the Skink's making a 1-die block. That really didn't do much. You probably... oh, you're going to put him there? That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Does free your Skink up. I will give you that. Where are you going to go? Oh, now, are you going to stall out? Are you going to just move the cage across the pitch and try and stall me out? Because that is a good play. That is a fair play at this particular moment in time. Because unfortunately, one thing I can't do as Chaos, it looks like that is what he's doing, I cannot play a good Bashi game versus Lizardmen. Because all my blocks are Strength 4 versus Strength 4. I don't have Guard. It's a real pain in the arse, if I'm perfectly honest. I've got my eye on you, mate. I've got my eye on you. Now, funnily enough, it wasn't the skink with sure hands that you got to pick up the ball, which is interesting. I don't know why he's not the ball carrier. Perhaps he's actually trying to get some extra. Oh no, he is the ball carrier. I'm just misreading what the information is giving me. Perhaps I should be using this. Yes, perhaps that would also work. Right, so we need to stop him from screwing around. We need to make sure we get up in his face, right up in his grill, and we need to start putting the pressure on. Yeah, that would be going for it. That would also be going for it, because you're going to have to make a little awkward hop because of this tackle zone here. So what I need to do is I need to put the pressure on without extending too many players into his half, because of course he's tying up 6 players over here, including the skinks. Now if the skinks run past me, so be it. I just want them to score at this point. But what it does mean is that's 2 going for it rolls to get in on this skink, and that hurts. I won't lie. I mean, that is a good option though, but it does hurt. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to put this beastman up here. We're going to put the pressure on. I'd really like to dodge into a tackle zone here, but that again, that's not something I particularly want to do. So I'm going to try and extend 4 players into his half, just the 4. I'm going to try and make this block. If this doesn't work, is there another block here I could actually potentially make? I think there is. Let's just do this block first, and see where we go from here. Hey, I like it. Are we going to follow up? I don't think we are. The less people we have in base-to-base contact with this fella here, the better. Now, this Croxagore has got a strength of 5, so I could actually pull off a 1-die block, but do I want to do a 1-die block? Do I really want to do a 1-die block? No, we could blitz. Oh no, because a blitz, that would still only be a strength 5. I think that's something we will try after we've gone for this block on this corner. We need to break into this cage. He makes it 1-die block. Look at that beautiful block. Look at it. Look at it. That was gorgeous. Okay, so he can still stand back up, but we're now putting pressure onto his skink. I very much approve, and we're going to try and make a very cheeky 1-die block on the Croxagore. And hey, that'll work for me. And we'll just stay here, make sure we're not too tied up by that brute of a piece. And that's our turn. So let's see what he does on turn 3. Like I say, if you're watching me trying to get a lot of info and insight on how to play the game, just remember that although I know the rules, I'm not a very experienced player. So do bear in mind, if you're watching me to get tips, that's fine. But take what I do with a pinch of salt. I don't want to mislead people, right? But I'm hoping to get better as I play. So, it's all good. It's all good from that point of view. Now, you need to do something with this cage. You need to do something. Now, this Chaos Warrior having Strength 4 is a bit of a pain in the arse. So you're only going to get a 2-die. You see, he's not knocked the Chaos Warrior down, but he has pretty much taken him out of that cage. However, now, unless he moves this skink here, this skink could be in trouble. So he needs to move the skink. He's going to try and dodge out, and he's going to have to tie up my players down here if he wants to keep that skink going. So this actually does put me in with a chance to perhaps steal the ball. But remember, I need to get the ball off this guy, I need a both down result, which will end my turn as well. No, you don't want to pass. That would be foolish. That would end my turn as well. Or I need to get basically roll a 6 to get a yellow down result. Now, the POW, the POW, which is the yellow result with the exclamation mark, won't work because this guy's got dodge. So we need to be aware of that. Now, he's trying to cage up, but his cage is actually not too good here. at all. And I can make a strength 4 block against this guy with one of my beastmen. So he needs to move this Croxagore in. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Because this guy or this guy could both threaten right now. So that's what he's trying to work out. Don't really care about this skink. Now he's going to get that skink on the corner. That's... ooh, I would have put your skink on that corner. I would have done it. I think that's potentially a slightly... Ah, I see what you're doing. That's good. That's good. But now you're going to have to make dodges. Maybe not quite so good. And remember, he's only got one reroll left for this half as well. So he needs to be cautious about what he does here. Now, dodge and stunty goes off. That's good for him. That's fair play. Now, he needs to tighten my beastman, however, so because I can still put a lot of pressure onto that cage. From behind, from in front. So, yeah, he needs to be cautious. And he's running out of time. Turnover. Sorry, sir. Your turn is gone. And these players are still free to wreak a little bit of hell. And we also have a 1-die block here. With a potential to have a 2-die block and then a blitz in. Oh, hang on a minute. Has he left himself in a position? You know, I do believe that he could have done. Right, okay, let's move. So let's not be too hasty. We need to move our players into position. We need to move our players. We need to do some legwork here. Now, ideally, what I want to do... Now, the first things first is I need to make a block here. And to do that, I'm going to need a player here. Okay, so there's a 2-die block, and then I've still got a blitz if things go wrong, but if they go really wrong, I'm still in trouble. Now, I want to move this Chaos Warrior back. And I also want to move this Beastman back as well. Need to get them into support. Now, I'm very heavily moved over onto the left side of the pitch here, and he can move over onto the right far faster than I can respond, but I should be in a half-decent position. Do I want to move this Beastman anywhere? Don't know yet. We're going to make a 2-die block. We're going to count on this. Not quite good enough. However, we now have pressure on his ball carrier. And sadly, I can't get cleanly onto his ball carrier. That is a shame. However, I can make a blitz here, which will turn into a 2-die block on this little skink. Again, not brilliant. So what I want to do is I want to put pressure on his skinks. I don't want him to pass the ball out. I want to make it as difficult as bloody possible to do that. And this is how I'm going to do it. This right here is how I'm going to do it. If possible, I want to make this dodge. And I want to put this guy here. Oh! And a reroll. Oops. I'm trying not to be patronising. I do have a big issue with that, and I don't mean to be. It just kind of happens. I'm going to leave this guy here. Probably just... No, I'm going to leave him there. That's fine. Right, so this is his turn 4. Let's see what he can do with the ball. Now, he needs to get that ball safe, and that is not easy for him right now. He's in a bit of a position. Now, he could just dodge out. He is stunty. It's going to be a basically a 1 in 3 chance that he's going to fail. Because stunty basically means I think he's got a 67% chance of success. He's going to try and make a leap. 50%. He fails. Now, he does have the last reroll. And he does dodge out. Now, where's he going to go from there, though? Because I have a lot of players ready and willing to go and smash this guy up. Yeah, you're going to try... that's... Ooh, that's risky. It's risky. His bonehead goes. Oh, I feel for this guy right now. That's unlucky. That is a shame. I say there's no need to be a dick when you're playing Blood Bowl. Nuffle giveth, Nuffle taketh away. You don't need things to be too horrible for people, do you really? I don't think so anyway. Again, that's another very unfortunate block for him. He's probably going to try and shove this guy over onto the sidelines. However, he is an Agility 3 player, so I do have the chance of sort of dodging him away. If he follows up here, that's a problem. That's a problem. One of the final moves I'm going to make is just to try and dodge him out, and if he fails to dodge out, so be it. You know, I just don't want him to go off the sidelines at this point. That is dangerous. I'd rather have him make one injury roll rather than two. More to the point. 17% dodge, yeah, you don't want to do that. Standing up's fine. Unfortunately, he's wasted his blitz, or his blitz has unfortunately been wasted on the Croxagore. And that's just unlucky. That's just plain unlucky. Corn on the Cob getting shoved around there. Here we got Fleece Me also getting shoved around. Yeah. Not having the best of games, and I appreciate that. So, you know, at the minute, I've been quite lucky, and I know that. Praise be to Nuffle, I thank you for the luck. That's 4 dodges. First dodge down, and he's stunned. He's KO'd. And no rerolls to do anything with. He is stunned and out of this half. So that's their turnover there. I'm actually quite happy with that, I'm not going to lie. I'm quite happy to see any skink getting screwed over. Now, I could really do with this guy being shoved out of Waylac, and that works quite well. That works well for me. And are we going to follow that up? No. Maybe I should have followed that up. No, I'm thinking about it. But never mind. Right, okay. So, I'm gonna put this block here. Gonna put this block... Actually, is that wise? Have I done the right thing there? Probably not. Actually. Hey up. Well, we'll give it a go. I'm gonna put this block here. Oh, no, lad. No. Okay, right, there we go. And we're going to come up with a whopping... is that 3 die? I think that's probably 3 die blitz. And we don't... Oh, wow. Well, it's turn 4. I'll use the reroll. I think Nuffle's trying to tell me something. In this particular case, I'm going to take the both down result because it's the only way I can get the ball out of his hands. And he's stunned, and that puts it in an awkward place for him to pick up. So that's okay. That's okay. Shame I didn't get this guy to make his dodge. I will accept that. That is unfortunate. If he does that, fair play. Just fair play. No rerolls, so that's unfortunately him down. He did pick up the ball. That's his turnover. Where's the ball gone? The ball has actually moved into that. Okay, now here we have issues. Because I don't see any easy way to get the ball up the pitch, but I need to make the ball safe. A reroll would be nice there, sir. Can you pick the ball up? You can. You're a gentleman. Now, I was actually going to pass this ball off. Don't think that's going to happen. Don't think that's going to happen at all. So, I'm just going to do my best here, and I'm going to cage up a bit, because I really don't want him to get the ball back at this stage. That would be kind of sucky. Right. Now, we got a guy here. I don't want this skink on the pitch. I can't... Unfortunately, I can't smash him. Oh, actually, maybe I can. Maybe I can. There's a method here. So no, I don't want to do it. So we'll dodge that skink there. We're going to stay right where we are. I don't want to get onto the sidelines. There's a 1 die block going there. Right. We'll do this. And we'll just shove the skink about a bit. It's fun to punt the skink. Now this Croxagore is also somewhat screwed. So I'm going to put my Blork here. And I've got 3 more turns after this to potentially get the ball across the pitch. So this guy's going here. This guy is going to try and be a hero and dodge out of this foul situation that he finds himself in. And if he happens to... He doesn't fail! Good God, cornhole! Amazing. And I'm just going to leave this guy here for now. I think it's Wild Animal anyway. Pretty sure. Or is it Bonehead? Right, so how are you going to try and play this one? Because of course it's going to start next half as my drive, which is the time where I can potentially get the 1-0 touchdown. That would be nice. But we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, I'm not given up on the idea of getting a touchdown in his drive. And yeah, he's waking up his Croxagore. He's going to try and sort this out. I've got 3 turns to go, and I've only got 1 reroll to use. Now he's trying to get that Saurus down, but that is going to be very difficult. Oh, it's 2 GFIs, mate. 2 GFIs and a dodge. Yeah. And you've actually just opened up this side of the pitch. That hurts. That hurts. Yeah, so he's... However, I say it's opened up this side of the pitch, but I'm still in a bit of a position where I don't want to get my players horrendously tied up. So, where do I want the ball carrier to go? Now, his Sauruses have still got a movement allowance of 6, which is the same as my Beastmen. Unfortunately, my Chaos Warriors have only got a movement allowance of 5. Which makes this tricky. Now, I don't want to rely on the Croxagore to Bonehead. However, I could force him... See, if I put him here, I put my ball carrier into base-to-base contact? Okay. I think this is what I'm going to do, then. I don't want this cage in base-to-base contact with this Saurus. It's not a fantastic idea. However, I can make this work. So I want to get this player down the field. I do want to get this guy on the front line. That's risky. I'm going to go for it. Come on, don't make me waste a reroll. You champion Cornball, rolling down that pitch like a juggernaut of potential destruction. You're not really quite the overall juggernaut yet, are you there, mate? Right, so we're going to move this guy. Yes. I think I like that idea. Am I going to make a... Oh, yes. I think a crowd surf is in order. Oh. And actually, oh dear, I'm sorry, oops, excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, one way or another, this skink is going off the pitch. Oh dear. KO'd and into the crowd. Though I think that waiting for answer from server might mean that the match has just been forfeit. I'm not sure. Yes, he withdrew. That's a shame. That's a shame. What can you do? So, we get more treasury, which is nuts at this point. New fan factor. And that... I kind of feel bad, because that was obviously a new player who conceded. I mean, really, he should have stuck it out. He wasn't in a bad position. His players could have got back up. And Hide and Goat C and Bar Humbug have picked up the SPP for Man of the Match, or the Goats of the Match. Hey, and I thoroughly approve of this. And now I'm left at a bit of an impasse, ladies and gents. So we've sort of gone half an hour into this match, along, give or take the few minutes we had, sort of mucking around before, or I mucked around before. So the question is, do I go and find another match immediately? And the question for today is, probably not. However, this has whetted my appetite for Blood Bowl action. So this video will be quickly followed by another game. So look out for that in the next couple of days this week. I'm going to get my games onto a more regular schedule, but that does not mean that there will be other videos in between or whatever I feel like. So I'm aiming to have at least 4 days in the week where I'm absolutely going to attempt to put a video out of whatever it may be, a Blood Bowl of our main strategy game at the time, of something else. And then the other 4 days of the week is whatever I feel like. So, just be aware that there will be a schedule moving forward. And thank you very much for joining me. So I'm sorry that ended in a concede. We will definitely try and get a full game later this week, but that was not a bad first innings for our team, Make Us Khorney. Let's face it, going up against the Lizardmen team, new as that guy may have been, Lizardmen teams are one of the scarier matchups for Chaos in my personal opinion, and it worked out quite well. I think what we're going to do just before we... The thing is, I've got a load of cash, and I really want that extra reroll, but do I want to inflate my team value? That's the question. Because team value means I'm going up against heavier teams. How much is the Minotaur? He is currently 150k, so we can't get him quite yet, but I think the reroll would be better before we actually get the Minotaur on side. Go on then. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a go. What can we do with our club? Because this is something I've never really actually tried. So what's all this sponsorship bollocks? Okay, well I think this is something I'm going to have to go through because I've never even looked at this. Oh, Spike Magazine. So yeah, okay. I will have a look through that and I'll see what upgrades we can have for the stadium, and we'll sort it all out next time. And we probably will purchase a reroll at the start of the next video. My name has been ChromeDrake. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. That was a good first innings for Make Us Khorney. Hopefully there'll be many more fantastic, bone-grinding matches for our team. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a comment. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you on the next one, guys. It won't be long. Take care. Goodbye for now.